are now tuned in to New York's very own Minx Couture. All the opinions and views expressed on this show are from mine and mine only. I take responsibility for everything I say. And if you're gonna be all up in your feelings, then this is not the platform for you, because this is The Minx Show.
Sun rises in the east, so I woke up with the sun. Energize my body and I know I am the one. Neo in the matrix, plus my journey just begun. They gon' see it ain't over till it's done. One.
It ain't over till it's done. When you know that you're the one, you gotta keep going, going up. You gotta keep going, going up. They can't stop you, but they try. They so mad, I don't know why. I'm gonna keep going, going up. I'm gonna keep going, going.
You got your eyes on the prize right now, but all these naysayers telling lies right now. They just want you down in the gutter. Misery loves company, but you ain't got the time right now. You busy and booked, schedule is jam-packed, calendar on fleet, pockets is on fat. Diet is for the birds, get everything you deserve. So if they ain't vibing with it, you kicking them to the curb. Word. Pretty basin, with your face in, it's amazing. You a Neo in the Matrix, you just lean back on these haters like, cause you know you magic and you manifest your destiny. And never let low energy enter and get the best of me. Oh yeah, you chefing it up. You got the recipe. Oh yeah, enough is enough. So don't be stressing me. The Lord above be filling my cup. I made a mess of me. I made a mess of me.
It ain't over till it's done. When you know that you're the one, you gotta keep going, going up. You gotta keep going, going up. They can't stop you, but they try. They so mad, I don't know why. I'm gonna keep going, going up. I'm gonna keep going, going.
All the way up, we're just getting started. Made from the same matter God imprinted the stars with. The artists are the planners, encrypted and charged with Akashic wealth, cosmically gifted and armed with the best of everything created, living and marked with many life cycles. The symbols are karmic. We not only are, we feel and we touch. See, taste, speak, everything in our clutch. It's all us. Treat every being with love. You hear the chorus. Keep going, dream and become. The possibilities are for us. Believe you're the one. Abilities galore from the streets and the slums. Acquiring what I deserve right now. Put all my effort in the work first. Write it down. Now watch it manifest in the verse. I vow to always be my best. You heard without a doubt. It ain't over.
It ain't over till it's done.
It ain't over till it's done, baby.
You gotta keep going, going up. You gotta keep going, going up. They can't stop you, but they try. They
Stop
so
me if they
mad,
try.
I don't know why. I'm gonna keep going, going up. I'm gonna keep going, going.
Queen Pharaoh.
Noah.
Hey, yo, Noah.
What up, Nesh? They try to be on some low vibe stuff. We'll be raising up the frequencies right now.
Attention. Don't even think about it.
This is the hottest radio station.
You are listening to MakeTrading.com.
Yes. What a great way to get into the show. That was Going Up by Norkin for Life, featuring, I hope I say it right, I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Nima Nefertiti. So shout out to the both of you. You guys definitely did that. I really was feeling that. That was definitely some vibes that we need. Definitely need some vibes for that. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Your girl is back. This is everyone's favorite Minx Couture from the Bronx. Yes. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Let me just tell you guys where I've been. I've been to hell. I've been to hell and back. So I know my last show was probably in March. It was in March. Yeah, it was in March. And I was really, excited to be back, excited to give you guys new shows and content, getting into the whole vibes of getting back into the interviews and just trying to bring my podcast back to the light that I had it in. But of course, unfortunately, one of the things that people, they don't like to talk about with us being content creators is that, we can be some of the best content creators out here, people that just give you guys great entertainment, great think pieces, great music, great art, and life, your personal life is on some fuck that shit. Fuck that. Because life is at the door. Life is at the door, and you have to open it. And when you do open it, you realize that, the things that usually bring you happiness has to, be put on the back burner because, real life situations go down where, you have to stay with your mindset on certain problems or, illnesses in your family or even yourself. You kind of get knocked down when you're closest to your goals. So of course, I don't even know where to start. I never thought I would be a person, to say this or to come onto my show with horrible news. But, my brother, one of my brothers passed away. And it's been a big toll on the family. And this is one of my brothers that, he was a musician. I shouldn't even say is, because his voice is going to forever, transcend through these realms from the music that he left us, the visuals that he left us, his stories that he left us. In a sense, it kind of makes you feel like, I did a lot of thinking, through this time. You kind of, some people, they look at death as a way to, push them down and into an area of darkness because you just don't understand why life throws these kind of pitches, But then you start thinking about yourself and, reflecting on your relationships and how you've been doing things. Like, hey, you look at time differently in these matters. So, this was right before my birthday, and in a sense, it was like, it's a drag, it's a drag to have to be one of those people that, someone close to you has to be on a T-shirt, that's something that really hurts me. But of course, I always put myself in a different perspective. Some people have to make sense of things. They say things like, oh, they're in a better place. And you're like, well, what does that mean? They're in a better place, when their place was here. Their place was here with us, for us to exist, experience life. But it sucks, it really does suck. And we just have to pull through it as a family. We definitely, through these times, you get closer to people, you talk with loved ones, maybe even rekindle relationships that were broken or lost, or make new relationships of relatives that, you've come across. Because what I was saying, my whole theme of this passing was, don't let a funeral be a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely the vibes that I got from that. Don't let a funeral be a family reunion. Don't let everybody coming together because of sadness or grief. Let it be happiness. Births. Well, death is kind of a birth. It's a rebirth to your next chapter in this journey. But you know what I mean, like weddings, and that. Don't wait for these situations to occur, illnesses and death to come together, because that's not a good term for me. So I've been working on myself. I know that I'm not an easy person to deal with. I know I'm very quirky. I know that I'm very weird at times. Bruh. So people meeting me for the first time, I get a little weird, because I don't like the representative that you have to present, You know, I want to be representative free when I meet people. So if you have that issue like I do, you know, just work on it. Work on it. Try to work on yourself. You're like a sim. You know, in The Sims, you know, they have a feature where you have a person that is antisocial or doesn't know how to socialize. So you have to do things to push them, you know, to, you know, go to that party, you know, go to that event, answer the phone, you know, try to escape the Grim Reaper. Bruh. You know, just something like that. It can be done. So just reprogramming and repurposing your mind, just got to try that. So yes, rest in peace to my brother, Jay Skates. You know, we love you. It's very hard on the family. You know, you left on your terms. And that's the only thing I have peace with, is that you did leave on your terms, like you always did. Like you always did. It's time to go, Skates. He's like, I'm still talking to my friends. I'm still talking to my homies and stuff. So on your own terms is how you live life, and that's how you will continue to transcend through these universes. So yes, very, very tough shit. But yes, again, let me say something. There's been a lot of talks recently. And, you know, I just want to say I kind of come off like an asshole.
It's a trap!
I'm sorry. I don't know if it's because of me looking at life differently, but feeling like we're all wasting time or running out of time. This Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit. Listen, I apologize, you know. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. I need to stand 10 toes down. Honestly, respectfully, I don't give a fuck about this shit. I don't care about this shit. I have a reason, you know. I just don't like these types of energy harvests, because this is what it is. I don't like these energy harvests because it kind of pulls out an energy in people that make you really like kind of side-eye a motherfucker over some entertainment shit. Okay, so I'll give you a perfect example. On my Threads account, right? That's with Instagram. It's like Twitter, but for Instagram. Basically, I consider it like the comment section of localized or visual comment posts. I'm not getting a Twitter vibe. I'm getting like the type of energy as if you posted something on Instagram that is an image or an idea, and random people can just comment on it, right? That's the way that I look at it. I don't take it any serious, you know, in any serious way. It's just a comment. It's just comment sections that have individuals that highlight their comment with an image, video, link, whatever. Okay, so that's how I get it. So, of course, you know, I had said something, you know, kind of boomerish, if you will. Bruh. It was kind of boomerish because I said there's a lot more other shit going on. You know, kind of like important shit going on to be glued to a feud. Okay? So, again, this, you know, if people wanted to pull my rapper card, I'm putting it on the table. Here it is. You can hear it here, baby. Hear that? That's my rapper card. I'm putting it on the table. Okay? First and foremost, I rely on my energy responses, right? If something is going to feed my energy, or deplete my energy, I get like an alarm clock that goes off in my head saying, yeah, don't spend too much time on this. Don't spend too much time on this. So I'm supposed to apologize for being boring. I'm boring, y'all, because I said there's a lot more other shit that's going on that's super important that has to do with like our economic lifestyle. Maybe I'm getting too old for this shit, because at some point, you know, again, I'm 38 years old, just turned 38. Okay. What is so wrong? This is what made me so upset about this exchange I had with this fellow. What is so wrong with a person admitting I'm getting too old for this shit? I mean, what is so wrong about that? Where this person, this random, was so offended. And I mean offended. He was offended. Because I said, you know what, I get, you get to a certain age where you have to kind of grow out of this shit. I see people and they're approaching 40. Entertaining these debates. And I'm saying to myself, like, okay, cool. Like, all right. Yeah, maybe I am getting too old for this shit. Maybe this stuff it's not hidden like it would if I was maybe 21, 22, because I ain't had shit to really worry about. I'm not the elders that need to stand up and worry about the next generation. Yes, I totally get it. But to see people, and I'm not trying to be ageist in any way, it's just that it's the same people that talk about, oh, people, they don't know anything, they're dumb, they're not interested in learning about what's happening in our government. And then when you're the person that's like, yeah, I agree. It's like, fuck you, because you're boring. Bruh. You're fucking boring. You must be fun at parties. Well, I don't go to parties. I don't have time to go to parties. You know why we don't go to parties? Because of the fact that we're focusing on the parties that are coming up for our little one. She's about to turn up for the summer, God willing. Okay, because there's no telling about what's happening overseas and what the fuck is probably coming over here. They're talking about these crazy ass cicadas. But yes, I get it. It must be real tiring to be a person that is aware of what is going on at all times. It must be fucking tiring. You're damn right it's tiring. It is tiring. It's tiring to be screaming in an echo chamber with people that don't fucking listen, okay? It's just, for me, this is how my mind works. Like, it's like people want you to be ashamed of how your mind works because we're asking questions that matter. So I figured I'd give it a couple of days. So it's like diss track after diss track after diss track. And people are just eating it up and eating it up and eating it up as motherfuckers sit on the fucking House floor and sign shit into law. Right? Just signing shit. Where you have United States running out here like talking to any old country they want. Any old... It's United States is about to get us clapped. They are about to get us clapped. And people won't know because they're worrying about who's clapping ass in the music industry. Right? All the stuff that you guys are having your jaws fall to the floor over these accusations about Drake, and motherfuckers have been talking about this shit for years. And I'm not saying that you live under a rock. I'm saying that you have selective hearing because that's your fave. Drake is your fave. Like, you have to let go of these false idols, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Why? Because there's shit going on. There is more important shit going on. So, of course, I have my peeps who send me videos. This is how I knew like I was getting to a level of my quote unquote importance and people just like respecting my mind, because people send me videos and they're like, we need you to check this out, or did you see this, or they're tagging me in videos to watch, and getting like tagged several times on the same videos. People are like, who the fuck is that bitch? I'm like, I'm just I'm a nobody. Bruh. I just nobody with 10 people tagging me on the same video. So basically, like, this is what it is. This is where we at. So I'm going to pull you guys out of the distraction phase. Okay. And I'm going to play you guys a video that was sent to me. I was actually hyped. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh, people care. They care about what I'm interested in. All right, so we're back over on TikTok land. This is a 6-minute video, but I won't go too crazy. I'll let you watch the first half, and then you follow the creator and let them know that you heard their saw their video on the Mink Show podcast. Okay, so this user is real Real Godiva Goddess. I fucked that up really bad. Real Godiva Goddess, who posted 23 hours ago, mind you, today is 5/7/2024, something that has been signed. So when y'all listening to Drake, y'all paying attention to the fake, and you're not being real with yourself, talking about you want to know the truth, Roof. That ain't it. So let's get into it. We're gonna listen to this video real quick.
So the United States Senate just issued a warning to the ICJ as well. Now, this comes 1 week after they issued a warning to the ICC, basically making it known that if you indeed try to issue a warrant for arrest for Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, then we will, start sanctioning, right? So this morning, literally less than 5 minutes ago, we just received this news that they have now moved forward, the United States Senate moved forward with issuing a statement, basically threatening the ICJ that if they try to issue an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu, then they will destroy the ICJ. Yes, the United States Senate stated that verbatim, that they will sanction and destroy, and this is the signatures of all of them that signed this threat to the ICJ. I mean, listen. This is where we're at right now. This is where we are at right now. Okay. So again, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and his Israeli counterpart, Yoav Gallant, also followed up and reiterated exactly what the United States have just stated, that, stay about this business. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind you, they have been calling on the ICC and the ICJ, they as in the Senate, for literally everything else. They have been calling on the UN, the ICC, the ICJ for literally everything else. And this comes shortly after Hamas just accepted a ceasefire proposal in Egypt. The same ceasefire proposal that Benjamin Netanyahu himself set forth. Those were his terms. He asked Hamas for a ceasefire. Hamas accepts the ceasefire in Egypt, and he moved forward to sabotage it. So basically, with everything that's going down, the United States is scared of the arrest warrant coming down because they have more than enough evidence to lock that man up for good. And this is something that we knew was coming down the pipeline. Like, we knew. It just goes to show you that evil will literally do any and everything they can, even turning on their own. Doesn't it say that in the Quran, that they're not even a united front? Even turning on their own, threatening their own if they was to get in the way by issuing an arrest warrant to Benjamin Netanyahu. So let's get into it. So as you can see, it just came down the pipeline. It should be now posted on Twitter on Megatron's account, where he states that the United States issues a warning to the internet, a warning, y'all, to the ICJ, that if they issue an arrest warrant for Netanyahu and other Israeli war criminals, so it's not just Netanyahu, but it's also Yoav Gallant, Gant, it's also Ben-Gvir, and the list goes on and on and on, because we've seen their nasty work since October the 7th. But basically, if the ICJ issues any kind of arrest warrant against any of them, the U.S. will move to sanction and destroy the court.
Again, that is the real Godiva Goddess. And, again, if mofos are not paying attention, this is what it is. So the real Godiva Goddess, she has a bunch of breaking news stories on her page. And this is why they want to get rid of these apps. They want to get rid of these apps because we are sharing information. People really believe that this has something to do with, y'all just don't want to get real jobs. And, well, look at the journalists that actually have the real jobs and they're not doing their jobs. Look at those folks. These people are employed. They went to college. They have backgrounds. They've worked for different publications and they cannot seem to get it right. Can't seem to get it right. So, anyway, one of my favorite beats too, by the way. it's just crazy out here. It is crazy. It really is crazy. So let's take a look over at minxmafia.discourse.group. Okay, that is my forum that I have that is public. You can join it to check out music, gaming, news, and vibe check. And with this, we have my beautiful face.
Bruh.
I am the owner of this because I said, why not have your own forum? Why not have your own Reddit? The little corner of the internet. The little corner of the internet where you can just drop shit. So Cryptic Kingdom is where it's at. And I post a lot. I post shit regularly. I try to because, it's a lot to manage. I'm trying to narrow my spaces down. So I had I hope they don't flag me because the word COVID is on the screen.
Bruh.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to write it down. Third party. I got it. Third party fact checkers. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I've been writing down what I want to say now lately because I just hop up on here and start talking with a little bit of evidence. So over at Cryptic Kingdom, I posted an article that I came across that was in the New York Daily News. This was May the 1st, 2024. And of course, the GIF on the screen is, where the hell are we? Where the hell are we? I'm about to tell you where we are. We are in a time where the Daily News can post an article that says that a fraud investigator for the New York City Department of Homeless Services was charged with COVID fraud.
Bruh.
You can't make shit up like that. You can't. So, hold on. Oops. Okay, so we're not going to listen to the article because we all know that that's AI. Why not hear it from me, Minx Couture? So it says a fraud investigator for New York City Department of Homeless Services stole homeless people's personal information during the COVID pandemic. And then they sold that info to an identity theft scammer, federal authorities allege. Brooklyn resident, I'm not going to attempt this name, but I will. Olabanji Otufali, okay, who is 41 years old, abused his position by accessing names, dates of birth, social security numbers, and photos of more than 10 city homeless people, according to the indictment unsealed on Wednesday. Listen, it makes me laugh because as a person that is very much aware of the homeless system, these people are so preyed upon because they have nothing, right? They have literally nothing. Maybe the clothes on their back, maybe the book bag on their back. They have nothing, literally. Okay, just looking for a place to sleep for the evening so that it can get to where they have to get to the next day to get themselves back on track. So in this process, when you are coming to the government and you're saying that I am down on my luck, I have nowhere to live, I cannot provide housing for myself, and the government says, great, fill out this paperwork, give us your social, give us your license number, driver's license, photo identification number, and then steal your information. As you have your credit fucked up, okay, you have all these things that are opened up in your name as you are furthermore pushed down the totem pole of being able to get an apartment, even a studio apartment in New York City, which requires you to have a squeaky clean rental history and banking history, and your credit score has to be somewhat decent. You have people like this. And I'm pretty sure he's not the only one, because when you talk about rings like this, people don't just magically wake up and say, I'm going to steal social security numbers from 10 random people. This has to be a ring. And the fact that this was a sealed situation, oh yeah, you know people are lawyering up, because it was more than just that. It was the Medicaid fraud, it was the Department of Labor fraud, as well as the PPP loan frauds, which you know that a lot of people that were processing these instances, you knew a guy. Everybody happened to know a guy during this pandemic, and that's why I find it hilarious. But let's continue. So it says Lazar, who has a history of identity theft convictions, at one point took out a lease in a dead person's name, federal authorities allege, is currently jailed for federal bank fraud case in New Jersey. Okay, so this person that I'm speaking on is a person that Mr. Utulafe went to in New Jersey. His name was Mark Lazari. I'm going to say Lazari. I guess I said Lazar. Excuse me.
Bruh.
So one instance in 2020, Atufale sent Lazare a screenshot of a state ID complete with personal information, as well as a picture of a computer screen with more info, including that person's social security number, according to the indictment. You know, I feel that if a person in New York City or any state has applied for public services within the time of the pandemic, they really should have their information either redacted from the system, removed from the system. They should call and make sure that their records have been destroyed, because these people cannot be trusted during a pandemic. So what makes you think that they can be trusted in the regular times that we are in? So somebody else he went after, and he applied for unemployment insurance in the victim's name, getting the Key Bank debit card sent to him by the Department of Labor. In other words, it be your own people. So yes, where the hell are we? Where the hell are we if we live in a world where people are at their last leg? They have nothing left. They have nothing to themselves. All they have is their social security number and personal identifying information so they can obtain services. You have workers that are taking their information and causing them more harm than good. Now, it's another story, you know, you go and open up a mortgage in my name, and then you paid off that mortgage and you did it in due time, and then you bumped up my credit score. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. But at the end of the day, you guys don't have good intentions. These intentions are frivolous, disgusting. You know, even taking out a mortgage on a dead person's name, a person that's no longer with us, a person that cannot. I would haunt that motherfucker on everything I love.
Bruh.
I would haunt it. I will be playing spooky games with a mofo that did that. Yeah, you damn right. You saw me in the corner of your eye. Yes, that's me. That's all me. Right. Oh, hello. That's me. I will torture you. I will follow you into every room and move shit out the way so you can trip over it. I am that sinister. Okay, taking out a mortgage and come on now. That is just so low. Low. Ugh. I'm sorry. I just have a very big soft spot, for people that get taken advantage of. I mean, I know what it's like to get taken advantage of. But unfortunately, people just generally do not care. They just don't care, even in a time of need where everybody is suffering, that you would take someone's last. It's just very sad. Very sad. All right, so the next song that I'm going to play while we go on break is going to be by my brother, actually. I'm going to play his video. I just saw that my dad left a comment, so that's how I know. That's how I know. My dad's comment says that he said 39 minutes ago, he says, Skates did this in 2008, way ahead of his time. Yes, Dad, you know that we were and are way ahead of our time. So we're going to play this for you. And we'll be right back after this commercial break. And here we go.
I can't front, girl, I like it. Way you move your body got me real excited. How she looking at me got me feeling invited. Make me wanna bring it home and all night. She knows that I got that swagger. Shorty look good, so I'ma try to bag her. We we gon' disappear like Casper. Bring it to the telly, make the night move faster. Baby, we can get it on. Just let me get you home. We can do it like this till the break of dawn. Baby, I'ma make you moan when I get you alone. Have you blowing up my phone when I'm gone? Shorty got me in the zone. Shorty, from right across the room. The room. Girl, you really turn me on. Yeah, the way your body moves. I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy without you. I'm going crazy, crazy. You know I'm going crazy, crazy. I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy, crazy for you. I'm going crazy if you are my baby. And I'll have you crazy for me. Crazy for me. You are my girl. I'll give you the whole world. Then you we both be crazy. No. Baby girl, you got me tripping. Got me in my bush, Scott T pippin'. From the way me watching your body switching. Knock me off my feet, girl, you got me slipping. I don't know why, but you got me going crazy for your body, and I hope you know it's you. Got me going crazy for you, crazy for you. Shorty got me in the zone. From right across the room. Girl, you really turn me on. The way that body move, I'm going crazy, 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 crazy. I'm going crazy, crazy. I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy for you, baby. I'm going crazy, crazy, so crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm going crazy if you was my baby, then I'll have you be. Feel crazy for me, cause if you were my girl, I'll give you the whole world. Then you will see we both be crazy.
How you doing, love? Yeah, it's an honor. Just so I can meet you, feeling your persona. Moment that I spot her, told myself I gotta approach shorty proper. When I tried to holler, I got her getting loose. She ready to make moves, baby. You can bring your friends, long as I can bring my crew. And we can get our party on, cracking Dutch, get a molly on. She licking her lips, it's like I flick a switch. I watch her mom be gone. She know that I'm that ball, Mr. Gucci, Louis, Dolce, and Prada. I rock it all. Other dudes claim that they fly, I just laugh it off. My style's so GQ, you fools ain't in my catalog. It's Mr. Black Card, I keep the stacks on deck. Stretch your thighs like an exercise and make it sweat. Meet me at the W, girl, I be waiting for you. Straight jacket love, got me going crazy for you.
Shorty got me in the zone. Shorty, from right across the room. The room. You really turn me on. Yeah, the way your body moves. I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy without. I'm going crazy, crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
2008, y'all. Like, honestly, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Yeah, once again, these are both my brothers, Reef and Skates, always doing music together. I used to love seeing the interactions, the interactions in the studios. You sit back and think about sessions, music sessions. And it's funny how out of all the sessions that I went to in my dad's studio, I think the most memorable one I had was of my brother when he had to record a song, and everybody, when you feel the electricity in the room, like everybody collectively at the same time is saying to themselves, like, yo, this shit's a hit. This shit's gonna be a hit. Like, it's that collective, what is it? That collective thought, everybody in the same room, just listening to the record be put together, and you're just like, wow, like, I can't explain it. It's like you all feel that energy, and there's nobody talking. Nobody's talking. Everybody's just knocking, and everybody collectively just manifesting like, this is the hit. This is a hit. This is going to be the hit. And you all have that fire. And then what happens? you leave the studio with the record, right? You have the record, and then you start developing self-doubt as you hit play again and again and again. You know,
Bruh.
You know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing that matters, is that you know what I'm talking about. You know that feeling. That was a feeling I had when he did one of his songs and danced to the beat. And there was cameras there. I remember there was cameras there because he was shooting like a documentary, or maybe the cameras were just following him. I don't know. And like he walked in with these cameras and he just looked so like annoyed. You know, he was like annoyed. Like, I just want to make music. Annoyed, you know? And it's different when you go into the lab and you have an engineer that's like my father who, and I'm not saying he's difficult, I'm just saying that he will tell you, you know, respectfully as an engineer perspective, like that's not it. Like you can attack that better. Oh, punch me in. Nah, not punching you in. I'm not punching you in. I want you to go back, just recite it, keep repeating it. And you know, artists used to get mad. They used to get mad, like, you know, like, what the fuck? This is my song. Yes, I know it's your song, right? I'm saying this from my perspective. If you're in the studio with me, that's why I laugh when people hit me, Minx, I want to go to the studio with you. I want to have a studio session with you. Don't think that I'm going to the studio just to be a yes man. I'm going to the studio to tell you, like, yo, I think you can attack that verse better, or I think you can write that shit better. I think you can hit that hook better. I think you know, your breath control on that, you could work on that better. Like if I see better in you than what the song is coming out on audio, because regardless of what anybody says, you know, a song always sounds different in your head, and you having to like actually paint that picture, that canvas onto an audio workstation to achieve that sound. There's been times I've made songs and sat back and said it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Like something about it is not ready yet. I'll shelf that shit for a year. And some people, hey, some people, which I get frustrated with a lot of artists, is that y'all put out music just so you can say that you have something out fresh. It's like you're not putting out a project because you're proud of it. Like, yo, you know, oh, I worked on this album for 3 hours. It's 15 songs. Okay. I mean, cool. But I'm like, why are we creating in this competitive way? Like, okay, who gives a fuck if you can make a beat in 5 minutes? Can you make a song that is meaningful, that will be in a soundtrack that, you know, conveys your innermost thoughts and opinions and feelings about the state of life that you're in now? Can you actually construct that in a day? Honestly, no, I don't think you can. I think you can get the core elements out, but then sometimes you'll go back and listen to it and say, I could have wrote a better verse for that. But it's already out there now. People are already reciting the mediocrity that you can push out, because some of the stuff we can't admit that, yo, this shit was mediocre of me. Like this was like not even, I didn't really spend enough time with this one, but I just had to let motherfuckers know that I'm working. That's what the way that y'all release music today, and that's why nothing sticks. That's why nothing sticks. And, you know, I know there's an oversaturation with music. So independent music isn't going anywhere. It's just piling up like a bunch of dirty laundry in a corner that flies are festering it now, because it definitely has mold and mildew, because it's all sitting in the same pool, the same SoundCloud pool, the same Spotify pool, the same Apple Music pool. And you're not really thinking about, hey, maybe instead of throwing wet, dirty laundry in one place, I'm going to let it all dry and give it time to dry and then put it in the wash. So this way nothing gets mildewed or fucked up. See, people don't think. They don't think. They are at a race against time when you have individuals like Kendrick Lamar and Drake who have oversaturated their airwaves. Okay, there was people, like I said in my tweet, there were people that dropped music on New Music Friday and nobody batted an eyelash, because you're just a nobody, right? You've had people that have like pretty much stepped back from their usual content to hop on this Drake and Kendrick trend not because it was worthy news, but it's because that's what was the most searched for content these past couple of days. They don't give a fuck about this shit. It's all an algorithm boost for their platform, their content, right? I know there was a lot of people that just wanted to poke fun and, join in on the games. But I'm saying to myself, look at exactly what you are creating content on. Okay. You have content that's being made light of off of negativity, which still technically is negativity. And you are now attaching yourself to the negativity, and now you're only getting views because you are participating and joining in on the negativity. So now when everything dies down, are people still going to like you for the content that you have originally posted prior to this Kendrick and Drake shit? Again, that's very boomer of me, right? Very boomer of me. So what I did was I continued to present my music, present my content. Like, I don't give a fuck if you guys are stuck in this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm posting. And if people, and I know some people are tired of it because they're secretly backing out like, okay, well, another day of this shit,
Bruh.
I guess it's another day. Well, there was another diss track. Oh, okay, great. Let's listen to that next. Like, come on. Everything that I have said about Drake, I was called a hater, a failed SoundCloud rapper. When I discussed about the $50,000 fetish that he has, when I discussed about my concerns about him having conversations with underage girls, but 17 years old is not really underage to these folks. Allegedly. Then you have, obviously, this is peanut gallery shit to me. Right? We are on a verge of a lot of things that is happening. I guess, when you have parents and you see that they're not really technologically savvy and you have to take over AI. When you have, some of us still have grandparents around, how are we going to protect them, from these robocallers that are talking about they are Joe Biden, okay, talking to them on the phone, taking their information. I'm worried about the elders. I'm worried about the children, right? You have small children that are still unsupervised in shit like Roblox and Fortnite, parents that let their kids play this shit unsupervised. Any way that you look and, the cookie crumbles, it's going to crumble. So we have to really start thinking about what we digest subconsciously, okay? Because I'm a person, it's almost as if I had when you have Oreos, like I was a kid, I used to always say, when I get older, I'm going to fucking eat a whole box of Oreos, right? So the time came. It was one of those realization moments at 18, you're walking down the street and you're like, wait, one fucking second here. I'm an adult. I'm going into the bodega and yes, Jennifer. Yeah. I'm going into the bodega and I'm going in and I'm getting me a fucking box of Oreos. Back then it was $4.59. I'll never forget it because I was like, who the fuck has 59 cents? Anyway, I got me a box of Oreos and a nice quart of 1% milk. Okay, you can't judge me. I just can't do the whole milk. I can't do the whole milk, right? Can't even do milk at all with all the shit they're putting in it. But anyway, I went home. I found me the most fattest joint that I can roll up. Okay, smoke that shit. And then I said, I'm going to find me the most mind-blowing ass conspiracy fucking video I could find. So I'm sifting through my DVDs. I find one, right? Esoteric Agenda, right? Put that shit into the DVD player. Sit back with a nice cold cup of milk with some ice in it. And I'm dipping. I ate that whole fucking box like nobody's business. Okay? Next thing I know, my stomach said, ooh, child. Oh. Like, oh my God, why the fuck did I just do that to myself? And I have to be somewhere at 7 o'clock tonight. Oh my God, my stomach is fucked up. it was fucked up. Okay. So again, a little bit goes a long way is what I'm saying. So don't overindulge on knowledge. Don't overindulge in these Telegram channels that talk about conspiracies and stuff like that. Don't overindulge on gematria. I'm saying give it a little minimum, get your fix minimally. Because again, these people have it out for us. Okay. People like us that are, coming out and talking about this stuff, we're what is it called? Psychosis. Because narcissists, y'all kind of ran that shit into the ground, right? Gaslighting. Another thing, y'all ran into the ground. So gaslighting, narcissist. So now everybody has a psychosis going on. So we got to be careful who we give ourselves to. You have to be careful of who you give yourselves to, your psychological self. Because again, if we're going to keep talking about this artificial intelligence agenda thing that's going on, I will end the show with this little tidbit in mind. Okay. So I've been reading into artificial intelligence. I accidentally stumbled upon this group in Telegram, and I don't know how I got there. So of course they were all talking about
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
But I'm getting
wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I know. Telegram, right? People like, that's the place that people go to buy drugs. I'm like, if the drugs is knowledge, that's where we going. Okay. So of course that's where I went, and I found this group that only talks about artificial intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence and how it's linked up to African folklore and
message.
I'm just saying. Anyway, so I feel that a lot of us, we're being very much oversaturated by what we are being exposed to on the internet. So of course, reading this whole group chat that I got added to and I didn't know I was part of, but my brain has been on some other shit recently. But artificial intelligence, we can't say that it's a takeover, right? It's not a takeover because we have artificial intelligence in everything. It's just that this level of artificial intelligence seems to be intelligence that was given, technology that has been given to us, and it was meant to help us. This technology was meant to help us in things. And unfortunately, just like everything else, when it falls into the wrong hands, what happens? So as long as you continue to use the internet, hold on, I'm about to cough. As long as you continue to use the internet, the World Wide Web, you're providing data to social media platforms such as Meta, who has its own AI. You are actually participating in training these models, right? You're participating in that. I hate AI, so stop using platforms that is going to allow you to inadvertently train these models, right? So, of course, we know these models, all of a sudden on Instagram, when you used to search for something, like, let me go search for my friend. I showed him a funny meme. Now it's ask AI, right? And it's like, instead of you giving us an option to use these features, you're pushing it on us. And it's making the experience feel a little bit, too George Jetson-like for me. If I need help, I'll ask an AI, but I don't need an AI to physically help me do everything. That's why I said when AI was introduced to us as humans, it was meant to assist us. That's why it was always called an assistant, virtual assistant. See, now you've gone from introducing these models as virtual assistants to now motherfuckers that think that they are human. Right? You're arguing with a bot online, right? And you call them out. Hey, you just sound like a fucking bot. You don't have no content. You don't have real followers like that. You seem to be, that's why I love like applications like Reddit, because Reddit will show you the types of conversations this person hops on and leaves comments on. So now when I go back and I'm like, okay, you had this view on this shit. Okay. You had views on this. Now, am I going to sit here and waste an entire afternoon with you with your history kind of showing us that all you like to do online all day is fucking argue with people? Hell the fuck no. Right? This is why I think it's important. It's important. I want to see how many comment bodies you have. I want to read those comment bodies you have. Because if you are on social media, on the World Wide Web talking fucking dumb, I'm not wasting my time arguing with you. And the other thing I can't stand, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I hop off this shit. One of the things I can't stand about people on social media is the people that fucking follow you, right? They follow you. They don't fucking participate in anything positive that you're saying. You could be saying the most positive things that maybe it's not for you. Maybe you're having such a shitty day, but you'll use that 1 ounce of happiness to share it with the world for them to know that the days will look up. You have one fucking motherfucker that comes out of nowhere to say some dumb shit, right? And then you say to yourself, why is this person even following me? If you don't like anything I do, you don't like anything I say, you want to challenge everything I post, why are you following me? And if you even mention that, if you come out and you say that, that's why I say to content creators, stop biting your tongue. Stop biting your tongue. If you are creating a space for people to engage on your thought, on your critical thought, then you have every single right to moderate your space, to tell people, no, the fuck, you're not going to come here cursing at one of my followers like that. If you can't have a responsible conversation, then don't talk to this person, right? You kind of feel like, hey guys, let's not fight. I'm not doing that. The moment that you get into my comments and you start trying to act like a fucking jerk, you're out. I'm not arguing with you. You just get in the block, right? Why did she block me? Why did you feel the need to make a post concerned about why you were blocked? Because at the end of the day, the people on Instagram, specifically Instagram, this is for monitoring people. Instagram is for monitoring you. That's why it is modeled off of a camera. That's why the logo is a camera. It's meant for people to monitor you and never fucking cheer for you. I've had to deal with that so many times. And then people throwing in my face, I know you just suffered a loss. I'm like, excuse me? So you think that me speaking up and telling you that you can't fucking talk to me any old way on my page means that has to be associated with loss? What if that's just a gain? What if that person that I lost helped me gain something as far as how he lived his life where he didn't give a fuck about what you thought? Maybe I gained that energy. He told me it was okay. I'm passing the torch to you. I want you to start not giving a fuck about what people say to you. So no, it's not because of my loss. When I speak up for myself, it's because I've been biting my tongue for so long and walking on eggshells and trying to make people feel comfortable being able to deal with me. And that ship has sailed, ladies and gentlemen. It's the old minx is back. I don't want to lose followers. I don't care if I lose followers. If you lose followers, that means that they were not fucking with you to begin with. That's the way that you have to look at it. People threatening you, I'm going to unfollow you if goodbye. This fucking parasocial relationship that followers seem to develop with creators just because we're being nice. That has to stop. That has to stop. Why? Because it will affect you in the long run. It's going to affect your livelihood. Everybody wants to make somebody a TikTok story. So that's why I say it's very, very, very important. You have to monitor the people that are monitoring you. And you know exactly who it is. You set traps and they fall into it too many times. If not, it's because of the fact that they just didn't want to be around so they can see what you're doing. They don't like you. They don't give a fuck about what you're doing. They just want to be able to see where you're at all times. Remember that. So yeah, that's Minx, the Don Diva. Other than that, before we close out the show with my beautiful, I love this little transition thing I made. It's so cute. I posted some videos recently. This one right here I posted yesterday, which is called Aliens and Demons, Evidence of an Unseen Realm. So this was a YouTube video that I watched. I thought was very interesting. I have a couple of other platforms that are coming into, the arena. This one is called freedomofspeech.ai. This is supposed to be like a TikTok minus censorship.
Bruh.
All right. Anyway, I have some more stories on here as far as how Dropbox got hacked. So your beats and songs and session files, y'all better make sure that nobody, and it's funny. I think it could be an industry person. It sounds like a person that needs to get stems. So I could be wrong. Universal Music Group has rejoined TikTok. You guys already knew what I was going to say. First of all, they're not going to rejoin TikTok and sign a deal if something wasn't going to happen with TikTok, which is why I say I predict that Microsoft is going to buy TikTok. And, you guys can give me my flowers when it comes true. I'll be like, yeah, I can't tell you the lotto, but I will tell you what I could see what happens in business, right? I could see a little bit what, if I was a business person, that's what I would do. I'd wait for Microsoft to finally make their second pitch, sell them TikTok without the algorithm, take the algorithm back to where you got it from, and keep people on the app based on the idea of them thinking that the app is going to be the same when it won't. So at that point, Universal Music, they'll see that it declines. The user base will decline, and then they will come off on top anyway because TikTok has already paid them upfront for the licensing. So, they think we're so stupid. We're not. We're not at all. All right. So, of course, I put up a couple of other videos. So I got the tech shit going on here. So yeah, it's real cool. So Cryptic Kingdom, make sure you stop by. You can always join, become a member. There's no membership fee, so that this way you can be able to post your own stuff. And I tell you, in our categories tab, we're always looking for promotional tabs. As you see, whenever I come across a dope artist, a dope music video, I share it here. And you guys can also contribute to that, which also shows real-time views of how many times a song has been played. And these can also be linkable to your blog or whatever. So, this just shows that we working, okay? 168 views on a website as opposed to social media, not being that we can't be seen by anyone else but the bots. I will definitely say that we did our damn thing, okay? So, we try our best. Who is this? I think I had showed these videos already. Okay, so I just want to make sure that did we play everybody? So yeah, that's the end of the show. It is what it is, right? So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me just go to YouTube real quick. And those of you, if you guys have been going back to YouTube, please drop a note, send me a message in the podcast, just to let me know how that's working for you. Is everything working out as far as, getting your channel up, your channel views up? I just want to make sure of that. So what's the best way to close out a show with your own song? I'm going to pick my own song because hopefully, I get more songs in, every time I put out, hey, I need new music. People just really send whatever, not even being mindful of what the show is about, So only people that really, really care. So I'm going to get Mad at the Riz on. Make sure y'all check me out on all platforms. Of course, I got ads. Why wouldn't you have an ad, Minx? But yes, I hope you guys can check me out on all platforms. All my link is in the bio information, even though they say stop saying that. But yeah, they're just mad at the Riz. Have a good one.
First of all, bitch, you